Hey everyone, welcome to IT Twist. My name is Gaurav. In the previous video, we saw how to create a function. In this video, we will deep dive more into functions. We will see how to use default parameter value in functions, how to use keyword arguments in function, arbitrary arguments that is args, and arbitrary keyword arguments that is kwargs. I know these words are sounding little jargons to you right now, but don't worry, after watching this video, you will be really confident in all these things. From very next video, we will have our first checkpoint, that is your first real world hands-on exercises that you have to complete and post it on your GitHub profile. So stay tuned. If you are not subscribed to this channel, then please hit the subscribe button for getting notifications of programming tutorials and new technology updates. Let's get started. So let's start by creating a function that we already saw in our previous video. So let's take a simple example of addition of two numbers. We used to create a function by using this def keyword, and we will create a function of add. So we will give the parameters over here, x and y. After that, we will return the addition of these two variables. So when I will go ahead and print the addition of these two numbers, so when I will execute add 1 or 2, and when I will go to my terminal, and when I will write python functions.py, I will get 3. So what if I will not specify 2 here? So it will throw an error, as the function required 2 arguments but we are providing only 1. So there is a concept in Python where we can specify the default value of a parameter. So we can specify here, say y is equal to 5. So when I will execute now, you will see the answer as 6. So when we will not specify any second argument, it will automatically take it the default value of 5. Moving ahead, when I will give the second argument like 3, you will not get 6 because we are providing the second argument, so this 5 will be not assigned to this y. Instead, 3 will get assigned to this y variable. So when I will run python functions.py, you will get an output of 4. As of now, we are passing individual elements as an argument in the function. So instead of passing individual arguments to the function, we will pass a list as an argument. And we can calculate the sum of the elements of the list in that particular function. So let's take the arguments as a list and elements as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So after that, we will update our add function with a parameter of nums. And after that, we will just create a temporary variable as sum and set it to 0. Then we will make a use of for loop, and we will take each and every elements in this nums list, and we will loop through each and every element, and we will just sum it in our sum variable. And after that, we will just return this sum. And when I will execute python functions.py, you will get 15 as an output. So instead of passing this arguments over here, we will specify it as a default position parameter over here. And when we will execute python functions.py, we will get 15 as an output again. But there is only one difference, that we are making use of default position parameter instead of passing over here. So now we will see what are keyword arguments and what is the use of these keyword arguments. So as of now, I am getting rid of this default position parameter, and I am just putting it here. And for example, I have another parameter, say add parameter. So the result which the add function is returning, we are just adding this add parameters. So when I will pass add parameters at first and this list as second, when I will run this particular scenario, then it will end up in an error because int is not iterable and nums is expecting a list. rather than an integer value. So with the keyword argument, we can specify each and everything. We can specify to Python that this is the nums and this is the add parameter. So now I will run python functions.py. You will get an output of 16, which is 15 plus an add argument, which is 1. So it is 16. So that's why we use keyword arguments. So now just consider a case where you don't know how many arguments will be passed to a function. Then we will make a use of arbitrary arguments. So let's say if we have a function, say add, and we want to pass as many as arguments over here, and for example 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, these are the individual elements, these are not a list. So if you don't use arbitrary arguments, you need to capture it like this: x y a b c d, means as many things we are passing in these arguments, and that many parameters we need to make it to capture these each and every arguments. So if you don't know how many arguments you are passing, we will make a use of arbitrary arguments. So we will just add a prefix asterisk before a parameter name, say nums. So what it will do, it will convert these each and every argument to a tuple. So when I will return this nums, and when I will go back to python functions.py, you will get a tuple having value of 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So what if I will return it a type of nums, then it will return that it is class of tuple, as it converts the individual elements to the type of tuples. So coming back, if we want to return the sum of these individual elements, so we can easily do it by uncommenting these line of code. So the similar logic which we done for the list. So I am getting rid of this add parameters. So when I will run python functions.py, you will get an output of 21, which is the sum of 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. As we previously saw, a keyword arguments where we passed add parameters and nums in our argument list, and respectively the add parameters from the argument list will go to the parameter list of add parameters, and nums in this argument list to this parameter list of the function definition. So likewise, if we have many keywords arguments, we use arbitrary keyword arguments. Just take a better example of a company overview. So let's create a function of a company, and we have certain parameters that we will define soon. Let's make it as empty function, and we will call this function named company here, and we will specify some of the keyword arguments over here, like name, let's say Google, and found, let's say 1983, and let's say employees 30088, and after that rating, so let's give rating of say 5. And when we will define our function definition parameter list, we need to define it like this: name, employees, or rating, and found. And when we will print, let's print with f strings having say name, comma, and we have then employees, comma, and then we have say rating, and comma, then we have found. And when I will run python functions.py, you will get Google 308851983. This approach is fine if we have these 1 2 3 4 arguments. So what if we have more arguments like 10 to 20, then what we will do, then we have to define each and everything here. So that is not an ideal approach. So that's why we use arbitrary keyword arguments. So instead of these things, we will pass asterisk asterisk then kwargs. It will take all the keyword arguments in this parameter which is kwargs, and it will convert it to dictionary. So when I will print say kwargs, you will get a dictionary. So let's run this program. Python functions.py. It returned a dictionary where key name is Google and key of found is 1983, key of employee is 30088, and key of rating is 5. So in order to access each and everything like we saw in our dictionary video, we can access it this as well, like name, and when I will run this you will find Google. We can use dictionary get method as well. So when I will use get and I will say found, and when I will run python functions.py, you will get 1983. So that's it for arbitrary keyword arguments. So with this I would like to end this video. So we have covered functions from start to end. In the next video I will post a real world hands-on exercises for you, so stay tuned. And in this video, if you have any kind of queries, please write in the comment section below. See you in the next video. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching.